My beloved child. I see you. I see your heart, your quiet strength, and your unshakable faith even when the world around you feels like it's falling apart. You've walked through seasons of pain with courage, trusting me when nothing made sense. And I want you to know, your faith brings me joy. Every step you take forward, even when it's hard, I celebrate. Every whispered prayer, I hear. Nothing you've done in faith has gone unnoticed. You may feel like your efforts are small or forgotten, but to me, they shine brighter than gold. You've believed in my promises even when the answer didn't come right away, and that faithfulness has touched my heart in ways you cannot imagine. Yes, I have seen the nights you've cried in silence and the moments you almost gave up, but you didn't. You held on. You stayed rooted in me. And now, my child, the season you've been waiting for is closer than you think. The world may not have applauded your perseverance, but I have. Heaven has. I have been working behind the scenes this entire time, preparing something more beautiful than you ever dared to dream. You're not just going to receive a blessing, you're going to live in it. And when it comes, it will make sense. The waiting, the battles, the tears, they will all find their purpose. Let your heart be still for a moment and breathe in this truth: I am the God who sees you. I am the God who remembers every seed of faith you've sown. And now, the harvest is on its way. This is not just a promise, it's a declaration. Your breakthrough is not being delayed, it's being perfected. My timing is not late, it is exact. You have not been forgotten. On the contrary, you are chosen, held, and dearly loved. So lift your eyes to me. Stay close. Keep believing. For I, the Lord your God, rejoice in your faith, and I am leading you into a future filled with restoration, abundance, and joy. My child. I know how long you've waited. I've watched you hold on to hope when everything inside you whispered to let go. You've prayed when it felt like no one was listening. You've kept walking when you had no strength left. And though the journey has stretched your faith, it has also refined it. You may not see all that's been happening in the quiet, but I have been moving. In every moment that felt still, in every delay that seemed endless, I was working, shaping you into someone who reflects my glory. What you thought was silence was my preparation. What you called waiting was my weaving of something far greater than you imagined. You see, I never delay without purpose. Your prayers have never bounced off the ceiling. They reached my throne, and I have stored every tear, every cry, every longing. Not one has been overlooked. They are precious to me. Even in what felt like absence, I was with you. I've been arranging divine appointments, softening hearts, opening doors that no one else can shut. I've been planting seeds of blessing in the soil of your perseverance. And just as a seed remains buried before it breaks through the earth, so it is with the promise I have spoken over your life. It's breaking through. Don't despise the quiet seasons. That's where strength is forged. That's where roots grow deep. You have not wasted time, you have invested in eternity. And now, it's time to look forward with a renewed spirit. Your faith, nurtured in private, is about to bear fruit in public. You've endured the storm not because you were strong enough, but because I held you through it. And I still am. The peace you long for. It's not a far-off dream. It's found in me, right now, in this moment. Let your heart settle into that truth. I have not forgotten your dreams, the ones you've tucked away because they seemed too fragile, too impossible. I remember them all. And even now, I am reviving what you thought was lost. Nothing is too far gone for me. Not a season, not a relationship, not even a version of you that once felt more alive. I am the God who restores. So as you take the next step, take it with confidence. You are not walking alone, you never were. Every scar tells a story of my faithfulness. Every detour was a redirection, not a rejection. I've been beside you all along. Lift your eyes. Lift your heart. A new day is dawning, and it's yours. Beloved. Now that your heart is learning to rest in me, I want you to begin to expect again. To hope again. To believe, not in your own strength, but in mine. For this new season requires more than endurance, it calls for trust in what I have already begun within you. There is something stirring inside you, isn't there? A quiet sense that change is near. That longing you feel, that holy discontent, it's not just emotion. It's my spirit awakening something deep within your soul. I placed that stirring there on purpose. The dreams that once felt buried are beginning to breathe again. That's not coincidence, it's divine timing. You have not missed your moment. You are not behind. Everything you've walked through has led you to this exact place. And now, my child, it's time for you to see what I've been preparing behind the curtain. Do you remember the passions I placed in you? The gifts that seemed small but brought you joy when you used them? I haven't forgotten. In fact, I am calling them back to the surface. I am stirring up the creativity, the compassion, the vision that I planted long ago. Those are not random traits, they are blueprints of the purpose I crafted for your life. You were never designed for mere survival. You were made to shine, to build, to bless, to carry my love into the places that are still waiting to feel it. And yes, you may feel unqualified, even inadequate, but I do not choose based on credentials. I choose based on surrender. And your heart, humble and open, is exactly what I desire. There is a path set before you, and though it may not be fully visible yet, I promise, it is good. Walk forward, not by sight, but by the certainty of my word. I will reveal each step in due time. You won't need to force anything. My hand will open the right doors. My spirit will give you discernment. I will place the right people in your life, some to encourage you, some to walk beside you, and some you are meant to lift. But remember this, you are not stepping into this new chapter alone. I go before you. My presence surrounds you. And where my presence is, there is peace, power, and provision. Let go of comparison. I've written a unique story for you, one that doesn't need to imitate anyone else. The timeline of others is not your benchmark. The world may measure success by speed or status, but I measure it by obedience and faithfulness. My child, you are right on time. You've been faithful in the hidden place, and now I am bringing you into alignment with your calling. The fog is lifting. Clarity is coming. What felt confusing is beginning to make sense. And as you step out, even with trembling feet, know this, I am with you every moment. I delight in your courage. I celebrate your trust. And I will never let go of your hand. What I started in you, I will finish. My dear one. Now that your heart has begun to hope again and your spirit is awakening to the purpose I've written into your days, I want to remind you of this truth, you are not walking this path alone. With every bold decision you make, every faithful step forward, even when you don't feel ready, I am the strength beneath your feet. You don't have to muster confidence from within yourself. Let my presence be your courage. Let my voice be the steady rhythm that silences fear. Yes, the road ahead may still hold challenges. But have you forgotten who walks beside you? I am the same one who calmed the sea with a whisper, who raised the dead with a word, who brings light into the darkest valley. And I have not changed. When fear tries to rise and make your heart hesitate, remember this, you are not called to walk in fear, but in faith. And faith is not the absence of uncertainty, it is the decision to trust me even when you can't see the outcome. You are not defined by how confident you feel in any given moment. You are defined by who holds you. I see you gathering your strength to move forward, questioning whether you're ready. Let me speak clearly, you are ready because I am with you. You don't have to know every detail. You simply need to stay near to me, one step at a time. There is nothing ahead that I have not already prepared you to face. Nothing that will surprise me or overwhelm you when you walk in my guidance. The victories you long for are already being written. The healing you've hoped for is being set into motion. I am not just aware of your future, I've already seen it, shaped it, and placed my fingerprints all over it. You will encounter resistance, whether from within or from the world around you. But the weapons formed against you will not prosper. My promises are your armor, my love your shield. You are wrapped in grace, clothed in purpose, and empowered by my spirit. And in the moments when the journey feels heavy, when old wounds try to echo in your mind, pause and draw near. Let me remind you of the progress you've made. You've grown stronger, wiser, and more resilient through every trial. Nothing was wasted. Even the moments you thought were failures, I used them to strengthen your foundation. So do not shrink back now. Rise. Speak with authority, not arrogance but boldness rooted in my truth. Walk with confidence, not in yourself, but in the one who holds every moment in his hands. You are not just moving toward victory, you are walking in it already. My hand is steady on your shoulder. My breath fills your lungs. My spirit empowers your soul. And with me, you lack nothing. So go ahead. Step forward. Not in haste, but in holy confidence. You are exactly where I need you to be, and the next chapter begins with this step of faith. My cherished one. Now that you've begun to step forward, now that you've chosen to trust me with your journey, I want to draw you closer, not just to walk with me, but to abide in me. There is strength in moving forward, yes. But there is also strength in resting, in allowing me to carry what was never yours to bear alone. There are battles you were never meant to fight by yourself. Weights you've picked up along the way, thinking it was your responsibility to fix everything. But I'm gently asking you now, lay them down. Rest your soul. Lean into me not only when you are exhausted, but in the everyday moments. I am not a distant observer. I am a loving father whose eyes never leave you, whose heart beats in rhythm with yours. There has not been a single day I've missed. I've seen your silent victories, the times you chose peace when anger felt easier, when you gave without applause, when you forgave without receiving the same in return. These moments matter. They carry more weight in eternity than you realize. And I have taken note of every single one. When others misunderstood you, I understood completely. When you felt overlooked, I saw you. When the ache of loneliness crept in, my presence never left your side. In your joy, I rejoiced. In your sorrow, I wept with you. That's how close I am, not a shadow in the distance, but a steady presence wrapped around every heartbeat of your life. Let this truth quiet the noise, you are not alone. And you never have been. You don't need eloquent words to talk to me. You don't need to come polished or perfect. Just come honest. Come raw. Come real. That's what I long for, not performance, but presence. You don't have to hide the pain behind a smile or dress your struggles in spiritual clichés. I already know, and I still choose you. I still love you. I still call you mine. When your thoughts race and your heart feels heavy, find me in the quiet. Let your soul exhale. These still moments are not wasted, they're sacred. In your stillness, I speak. In your surrender, I strengthen. In your openness, I pour out peace that the world can't explain. Let me be your refuge, not only from the storms, but from the pressure to always have it together. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to breathe. You're allowed to simply be, without trying to earn what I already freely give, love, grace, belonging. And in this closeness, I'll remind you again and again, you are deeply known, and still fully loved. Nothing about you, past, present, or future, disqualifies you from my affection. In fact, the parts of you that feel most fragile are often where my light shines brightest. So open your hands. Release what's been weighing on you. Let me carry it. Let me carry you. I'm not going anywhere. My beloved. Now that you've found rest in my presence and let me lift what you once carried alone, it's time. Time to rise with new strength. Time to move forward not from a place of striving, but from a place of peace. What I've placed in your heart, those desires, that vision, the longing to live a life that honors me, they weren't random. They were planted by design, and they are awakening for this very moment. You were never meant to simply survive your days. You were made to thrive in me. Not because life will always be easy, but because you are grounded in something eternal. My spirit within you is not timid or small. It is mighty. It empowers you to speak life where there's silence, to walk boldly into places others retreat from, to be light in a world aching for hope. This world may try to steal your joy, shake your purpose, question your identity, but none of that changes who I say you are. And who you are is mine. Fully, forever, completely mine. Don't let fear decide your future. Don't let past wounds define your worth. You have walked through enough fire to know that I am the God who protects, who sustains, and who makes all things new. Your story doesn't end in brokenness. It blossoms in redemption. You're not the same person you were at the start of this journey. I've shaped you with grace. You've been refined by fire, but not consumed. You've been stretched, but never abandoned. You've endured delays, but never denial of my love. What once looked like detours were actually divine routes bringing you here, to the threshold of new beginnings. And so now, I speak this over you, live freely. Live as someone fully loved, completely covered, entirely restored. Love boldly. Serve joyfully. Give without fear of lack. Forgive without needing repayment. Shine without shrinking. Dream without apology. Let me lead your every step, not just through the hard days, but through the beautiful ones too. I want to celebrate with you. I want to laugh with you. I want to fill your life with joy that no circumstance can take. You don't have to fear what comes next. I go before you. I prepare every place you'll step. I guard what you can't see. And I rejoice in every ounce of faith you pour into this new chapter. Even in uncertainty, my promises hold true. Even in difficulty, my goodness will break through. Miracles still happen. Healing still comes. Restoration is never off the table. You don't have to figure everything out, you just have to stay close to me. I'll show you when to move, when to wait, when to act, and when to rest. And in it all, remember this, you are not alone. You never were. You never will be. So lift your eyes, child. The horizon ahead glows with promise. Take my hand, and let's walk into the life I've been preparing for you all along. The best is not behind you. The best is yet to come.